precursor to Partnership Together, was created by the Jewish Agency for Israel. At that time, the discussion was surrounding ways to engage and connect local Jewish communities in the United States with Israel. It was felt that if they created a project that people could work together and feel a connection and feel as if they were family, it was not only a way to raise money and make a difference and an impact in the lives of the people in this region, but it was a way to increase the involvement of the American Jewish community. In 1972, I was a college student working in Kibbutz, which is really close to Afula, in between Haifa and Nazareth. I came as a college freshman, and we were assigned to work in the laundry. It was the first time in my life that I was ever given some work, told to go to the ironing board and iron bras. We did that all day long for a month, every day, for a couple of hours, and we did it for the entire month. When we had free time, we used to come into Afula. And Afula was the big city near Ginagar, and it was nothing like any of the kids with us today, or any of us when we were young kids, ever thought was the big city that we were going into. So we used to say, yeah, we could grab a falafel. It was supposed to be the best this and the best that. We'd do that when we come back on the bus and get back to the kibbutz. And then we would do it again because there were not a lot of places for us to go in our time off. So fast forward to 1978-79, my dad, Bernard Waldman, of blessed memory, was selected to chair Project Renewal for the entire United States. And he said, as part of his responsibility and love for our home community of West Hartford, he was going to pick which sister city that at that time it was not SNEC, it was just Connecticut. He was going to select which community in the entire state of Israel would be our partner. And I remember him saying, Afula-Gilboa will be our partner. And I said, Dad, why in God's name are you picking Afula for our partner? You know I used to spend time there. There was nothing really happening. And he said, that's exactly why I chose Afula-Gilboa. They need our support. There's so much work to be done there. There's a wonderful infrastructure. There's a great, wonderful mayor, and there's so much work that we can do. We can make a difference. We can change lives and the course and the direction for the people that live in this region. And at the time, as I said, it was from the state of Connecticut. At a time in the future, it was felt that the project needed to grow, and we needed more money and more partners, and that's when it became SNEC, and we brought on the partners from the Massachusetts communities. We were really family, the good times and the bad times. And those from West Hartford may remember many years ago there was a fire at my synagogue, the Emmanuel Synagogue, and we lost a Torah. It was devastating to the community. Mayor Avadia Ali, the mayor of Afula at the time, former Knesset member, carried from Afula a Torah to donate to the Emmanuel Synagogue because he felt that we were family. He felt the pain of the community of losing the Torah, and he brought from the people of Afula a Torah to the Emmanuel. Where does that happen very often? And we had a ceremony, it was a party, it was the dancing around the Torah. It was something that was really a sight to behold. And the concept worked really, really well. For those that are old enough like me, the poverty program of the 60s didn't really work all that well in the United States. It was money being poured into communities to help provide better housing, better lives. The basis of Project Renewal when it began was that we are going to be full partners. We are going to provide things to our partners in the Afula-Gilboa region. We are going to help the people help themselves. Because if we do not do that, then the money will be gone through, things will happen, and they will be no better than when we started. So when that sticks out for me in my social work background of helping people help themselves, that's what I remember the most. We spent a lot of time here. Every single year, there was a representative committee that spent a week in the community with a leadership committee in Afula, made up of heads of departments, where the budget was designed, approved, and implemented, not by us, the funders, but the people who knew what was best for their community. They would come, like our allocations committee, and make a presentation about what the needs were, what the hopes were, what the project would do. We would make a determination of what we felt that we could do and what we felt was in the best interest of the community. I've been to the community probably over 30 times, and I grew to love the community, I grew to love the people, and felt like they were extended family. The mayor, then mayor, and his wife spent Thanksgiving with our family. They never experienced an American Thanksgiving, and they spent the time with us. We came back and forth. It was during this time where the youth orchestra was created. It was felt we could donate instruments, so people collected instruments, and with every mission that came, we sent over instruments. We also, as part of the project, helped create the Young Emissary Program. We were the founders of the Young Emissary Program, which was replicated around the country because we had the infrastructure here and we had the staff that could make it happen. And there are so many more things, and I know it's a long, long day, but the fact is that they've been part of my life in this community for 45 years, and I feel that the things that have been accomplished here were on behalf of all of us and all of our communities. The mayor at the time, volunteers stood up and said, I would like to request a large group of Ethiopians come to resettle in the Afula area. We have the housing for them, we have the infrastructure. We will help them, we will do whatever we can because we have our partners in Connecticut. And there was nothing better to feel like you've made a difference. And when the students came over and did trips with us, and we had concerts with the youth orchestra, we had the scouts come from Afula, it was like bringing Israel to the United States, to the Connecticut communities, and we really, really made a difference. And we evaluated everything, and then out of that became the partnership together, which is thriving and continues to this day. But it's one of the most greatest moments of pride for me and my family. Every one of us were involved in this community. As going through my mom and dad's possessions after they passed away, I used to laugh to my kids that I have service for 12 of dishes and dessert plates from Afula. I have more medals and everything, and they've never been given away. They're in boxes in my house because they're the kinds of things that remind me of the days where we took it upon ourselves to make a difference in this community, and I could not be prouder, I could not be more excited to be here with my daughter today in memory of both of my parents. Some of us here will travel with us shortly to visit the park that was named in memory of my dad in Afula, and I just love this community. I love seeing how it's grown, how we continue to fund the projects here, and every one of us should give ourselves a really, really big hand. It's made a huge difference in my life. Thank you.